Okay, now to get to the nitty-gritty. I am going to tell y'all my phobias. Phobia number 1. I am deathly afraid of roller coasters. Nikki, how can you be scared of roller coasters? Oh my god, they're like so fun. It's simple. Let me tell you why. Because I don't like having no control over something that I'm strapped into. If y'all have seen, like, what is it? Final Destination 2, Final Destination 3, whichever one, where the roller coaster, like, ends up falling apart, like, in the middle of the ride, and everyone, like, dies, and it, like, explodes, and everyone is, like, just dead. Yeah. That's gonna happen to all of y'all. When I was 8 years old, my family and I were in some kind of theme park in Houston, Texas, and I was forced to get on a roller coaster. And this roller coaster, it goes up, and at its peak, which is like 2,000 feet high, your feet like dangle over everybody. And ever since then, I was scarred for life, and I hated roller coasters ever since then. I got on one roller coaster since then, and that was when I was 14. I turned 21 March 2nd. So the last roller coaster I was ever on, I was 14 years old. This was the Roadrunner at the Fiesta Texas in San Antonio. And apparently the Roadrunner is supposed to be like a bitch roller coaster, but it wasn't to me. There was this chick, Michelle, like, sitting next to me the entire ride, and I had her in, like, a headlock. I was screaming out through the entire ride. I went, my friend Brandy was sitting behind me, and she was just laughing at me the entire time, and I had Michelle, like, in a headlock, just, like, screaming and, like, cutting off the circulation to her face. Whenever we got off the ride, I do believe that her face was, like, red and blue. Brandy actually almost convinced me to get on the Superman. They both got so mad at me because when it was almost our turn to get on the ride, I told them that I wasn't going to do it. I was like, y'all can go and do it. I'll just kind of stand off to the side. And they didn't go, but they were both really mad at me, and Brandy almost convinced me to get on the Poltergeist. She was like, the Poltergeist goes really, really fast. It'll be over in like 2 minutes. And I was like, okay. And kind of sat there and watched, and I didn't do that either. The Roadrunner was enough for me. I told them that we should just get in the apples, and that's it. The apples that you turn with the wheel. I love the apples. Love the apples. They wanted to go on more bigger rides, and I said, no, we can just sit in the apples. I don't care. Yeah, I'm a pussy when it comes to rides. But what's it called? That I will admit. And y'all can sit there and say all this stuff like, oh my god, roller coasters are amazing and this and that. I don't care. Good for y'all. They're not amazing to me. Phobia number 2. I have this huge phobia of driving over bridges that are over water. I have this huge phobia of driving over bridges that are over water. Mainly because I'm scared that the bridge is going to break, and that once the bridge breaks, we're going to be stuck in the car, and the car is going to be sinking, and we're going to be brought to our untimely death. Whenever I just so happen to be driving over a bridge that's over water, I always roll the window down so that if the bridge breaks, the car will fall into the water, and me and, you know, all the other passengers in the car can swim out into freedom and still have our lives. That's if we don't have any head trauma or head damage once the car faces gravity. I remember a couple years ago, I was driving to Port A with couple of friends. This dude, my friend James, he was driving, and I told him, and it was dark outside. I told my friend James, I was like, I know that there's gonna be a huge bridge, and we're gonna have to drive over it, and it's gonna be over the ocean. I was like, whenever that bridge comes, I was like, tell me so I can roll the window down. He goes, why? And I was like, 'cause I am scared of bridges that are over water. I was like, you have to tell me. He goes, okay, I'll tell you. Next thing I know, we're going up, and I don't see trees anymore. And I'm like, dude, is this water underneath us? He goes, yes. And I start screaming because he would play that that mean joke on me. I couldn't believe it. I was screaming and I was like, oh my god, and I'm like rolling down the window and like screaming and yelling at him the entire time we were driving over the bridge. I was like, I cannot believe that you just did that. But yeah, I don't know. That was funny. What's it called? Phobia number 3. I have a phobia of cockroaches. Don't like cockroaches at all. Like, I mean, they're like the most harmless creatures. Like spiders and stuff, which I love spiders. I like spiders a lot, though. One of these days, I do plan on having a pet tarantula. I think spiders are beautiful creatures. Cockroaches, they're just ugly, which we should all love God's creatures, but that's just not one on my list. I'm sorry. What other phobias do I have? Oh, ha 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 ha. Phobia number 4. I have a phobia of sleeping in a bed that's in front of a mirror. I can't sleep in front of a mirror. It kind of freaks me out. Like, I might look in the mirror and there'll be a face looking back at me or something. I watch too many scary movies. But, yeah, I completely refuse to sleep in front of a mirror. Oh, well, those are some of my major phobias that I was just wanting to express to the world. Go ahead and comment, go ahead and judge me, but in the words of Michael Jackson, before you judge me, try hard to love me. So, yeah. Oh my god, so yeah. Oh my Jackson, yeah. I'm gonna go now, but yeah, so just whatever, and I will catch y'all later. Mwah.